Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm so glad you're joining me as we dive into a topic that I find incredibly fascinating and, quite frankly, a bit overlooked. We're talking about future changes that occur after the initial introduction of a project or a new initiative. You know, those surprises that pop up after you think you're all done with the heavy lifting. I was just watching a team last month, and they walked right into the same trap I did 5 years ago. They were hit by these unexpected changes post-introduction. It's one of those situations that's frustrating because it seems so avoidable, especially if you know what signs to look for. Picture this. You're in a bustling meeting room. Your team has just wrapped up the introduction phase. Everyone's feeling good, probably ready to high-five and move on. But then, out of nowhere, unexpected shifts start emerging. Sounds familiar, right? The real issue here is that many professionals miss one crucial detail. The introduction phase is just the starting point. It's like opening a novel and assuming the story is over after the first chapter. The real narrative, the plot twists, the character development, all of that unfolds in the chapters that follow. Post-introduction, things evolve, dynamics shift, and new variables pop up. But in our eagerness to check off that introduction complete box, we often overlook this ongoing stage. And trust me, I've seen this happen to even the most competent teams. They invest so much energy into the introduction that they forget to plan for what happens next. It's a significant oversight when you realize that around 70% of projects fail to meet their objectives, often because there's no focus on the post-introduction phase. So the big question is, what future changes should we expect after the introduction? And how can we not just react but manage them effectively? Well, first and foremost, it's all about keeping a keen eye on what's happening. Post-introduction isn't a time to relax. It's a critical period for active vigilance. You'll start noticing subtle shifts in behavior, unexpected feedback, or changes in team dynamics. These offer invaluable clues about what's working and what isn't. The most successful teams are those that excel not just in planning, but in continuous assessment, making iterative adjustments when needed. Picture a chess player, always anticipating the next few moves. And let's talk about expecting the unexpected, which might sound cliché, but it's essential. You need to prepare for scenarios you hadn't initially considered. What if a key stakeholder changes priorities or a new regulatory challenge arises? Having robust contingency plans isn't just smart, it's your lifeline. I remember one project where a critical vendor went bankrupt mid-rollout. We had to pivot fast, and having even a skeletal what-if plan saved us from complete disaster. It was a humbling experience, but an invaluable lesson. Communication is another crucial element, and when I say communication, I mean truly open lines, not just within your team, but with all stakeholders involved. This transparency is vital for spotting issues before they become crises. Think of it like introducing cats and dogs for the first time. Communication is key to ensuring they understand and accept each other's presence. For more insights on bridging communication gaps, even across species, you might enjoy reading about how cats and dogs communicate differently. Another powerful tool is the art of positive reinforcement. Actively encouraging and rewarding behaviors that align with your post-introduction goals isn't just about boosting morale. It's a psychological lever that steers the team in the desired direction. I've seen how a well-timed commendation can solidify a new process more effectively than any top-down mandate. For a deeper dive into using positive reinforcement for smooth transitions, you might want to check out articles on how it helps with pet introductions. Now, if I were stepping into your shoes right now, my first move would be to adopt a proactive approach. I'd start with regular, informal check-ins during that critical post-introduction period. These don't have to be rigid or time-consuming. Just quick 15-minute chats or bi-weekly syncs, whatever suits your team's rhythm. The goal is to keep the conversation flowing, maintain awareness, and stay on top of any changes that arise. Personally, I find less formal settings foster more open and honest discussions than a stiff boardroom ever could. Ultimately, what should you genuinely expect in terms of future changes post-introduction? While we can't predict every twist and turn, we can absolutely prepare for them. By cultivating a mindset of continuous observation, building in buffers for the unexpected, prioritizing open communication, and strategically using positive reinforcement, you'll find yourself well-equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Remember, the introduction is never the finish line. It's just the exciting start of a much longer and impactful journey. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found today's episode insightful. If you enjoyed it, do share it with others who might benefit from this perspective. Until next time, stay curious, stay proactive, and keep anticipating those future changes. Take care.